Idols, as some of you may know, is a well-known XL Extreme Demon that's based on the 1.9 update, and is probably most famous for its duel at around 60%. If you've seen my channel recently, then you probably know that I beat this level as a new hardest a few days ago as of this video. I made a tier list about all the different parts of the level, and today, I will be ranking them by mainly enjoyability and decoration. The deco here is okay, and the gameplay is okay as well. Nothing stands out but nothing is bad, so it's going into C tier. That part is actually a lot easier than it looks. I like the deco, and the gameplay is very dynamic here, but I think it could be better. B tier. You know what's sad? This part could have actually had a shot at being around B or C tier. But that little spam part at 9% is super annoying, and I die there at about half of my attempts. F tier.
Why?
Honestly, there's nothing at all wrong with this part. The gameplay is fun and free of choke points, and the deco is really good. However, there are much better parts later in the level, so this will just have to go in A tier. This part mostly relies on how good you can maneuver the ship. Steep slopes and ship gameplay is just really wonky together. C tier.
Come now.
Right off the bat, I can already point out that there are two major choke points in here. Neither are as bad as 9% though, and the deco makes up for some of the gameplay. C tier. Just like 11% through 16%, it has good gameplay, good deco, and there are also parts that are better than this. So just like 11% through 16%, it'll go to A tier. This part is really hard to see since the screen is literally black most of the time. However, it does get a little more manageable after a few thousand attempts. It's not bad enough to go to F tier, so it'll go to D tier. This part is literally like an oasis in a dry desert. Everything about it is beautiful. The gameplay, deco, the part of the song, and especially that you part. So satisfying. Our first S tier part.
Let's go.
I was a little indecisive of this part. The gameplay is horrible in my opinion, but the deco is cool, and this is probably the second most iconic part of the level. I was about to put it in D tier, but then I remembered that one of my viewers really liked this part. So for you, Mason, I'll put it in C tier. I like the deco of this part, but I didn't like the gameplay. Gameplay determines the enjoyment, and enjoyment is what it all boils down to. I died at that wave segment 17 times from 0, so because of that I'm putting it in D tier. I like the deco in the gameplay here, and I actually had a really good time with that part from 0, only dying to it once from 0. A tier.
Before you were born!
I like the part, but just like 5% through 7%, it doesn't stand out too much, so it'll just go to B tier. I know, I made that part a little too short, but that's because I wanted the entire duel to be in one part. Anyways, it's just like everything else in B tier. Good but doesn't stand out.
Come now.
I died to the duel a total of 12 times from 0, but each time I was just glad I could make it to the duel. This part is iconic and actually really fun. Would have been A tier if I died to it less, but I'll just put it in B tier. This part is okay gameplay wise, but I don't understand why I lag a bit on that part, especially because there are other better looking parts that run a lot smoother. I also died to that blind 72% click twice from 0, so I hesitantly put it in F tier. That swing part was super hard to learn, but I found out that I could slide on this one part. Also, I only died to this once from 0, and the part that I died to wasn't even the hard part of the swing. B tier.
You win.
The gameplay is a little wonky, and the deco is actually super generic looking. I actually fluked the level from 76% and never died to this part, but it still goes to D tier. I think you and my friends should hang out on the weekends. I think this part is really fun to play. I think this part has really cool looking and intricate deco. I think you and my friends should hang out on base. Base. Nothing much to say about this part, but it does build up suspense though. Credits tier. This part is a really good and clean finish. Also, that person at the end is probably more iconic than that 40% through 45% part. This would have went to S tier, but the parts in S tier pushed my standards through the roof, so this will just go into A tier. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please consider liking the video and subscribing so you won't miss out on another banger video like this. Also, we are so close to our goal of 100 subs, so subscribing would mean the world to me. Thank you.